It is Thursday, December 11th, and from WBHM News, I'm Richard Banks with today's headlines. A court battle continues over a massive data center that's planned for Bessemer. A 700-acre tract of land was rezoned last month, pushing the $14 billion facility closer to final approval. But area residents allege the rezoning was unsupported by any comprehensive plan and unjustified by any public necessity. Those residents say they are entitled to obtain documents reviewed by city officials, but attorneys for the city argue the complaint should be dismissed because the rezoning is within the council's authority and because no evidence has been presented showing the council acted inappropriately. While motions continue to be filed, the case is expected to be heard in March. The U.S. Supreme Court is considering whether Alabama can execute a man found to be intellectually disabled. Justices heard arguments yesterday focusing on the case of Joseph Clifton Smith, who was sentenced to death after his conviction for beating a man to death in 1997. The state wants to execute Smith, who was found by lower federal courts to be intellectually disabled. Alabama officials say that Smith is not technically disabled because he scored higher than the baseline on IQ tests. But justices have said in previous cases that states can consider other evidence of disability in borderline cases because of the margin of error in IQ tests. And Alabama's congressional delegation is pressing the federal government to reclassify the state's rural hospitals in a way that will help struggling facilities stay open. The effort focuses on the wage index, a formula used to determine Medicare reimbursement payments for hospitals based on regional labor costs. Alabama, with the lowest rural wage index in the continental U.S., is only reimbursed $64 for every $100 in services rendered, nearly half the rate of some other states. The Alabama Daily News reports the Alabama delegation wants the federal government to allow some providers to reclassify to nearby higher-cost areas and receive a higher reimbursement rate. You'll find more news anytime at WBHM.org, and for more news about Birmingham and beyond, check out our local newscast during WBHM's broadcast of NPR's Morning Edition and the afternoon's All Things Considered, each weekday on 90.3 WBHM Birmingham and at WBHM.org.